to watch episode 9 of She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm. I definitely laughed more with this episode than any other episode. So this is the funniest episode on there, in the series personally that I see.
I was expecting it to end a giant battle, but then the fight scene happened, and I'm like, where'd Hulk come from?
Yeah, why is Titania? How did Titania find out about this?
And then it's like, I'm like, did I hit Did someone hit exit?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is part of that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was cool.
This series could have been like 6 episodes. I think this episode would have been more impactful. And then, but even with her saying, where she was talking about how this is her show, and it's like the state should be
my life,
her life.
Yeah,
they should have showed that more in the other episodes, so that we could actually see that.
Because here's my personal opinion about that. Because she said the state should be my life, and so she went to Kevin and she changed it, right? But then I don't see the stakes being her life, like her life that she's living. You know, I don't know. I think it had a good story structure, like a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's one of the funniest episodes in the series. So like, I have a lot of positives for this episode that I like it, but I just feel like it messes with the continuity, because it's like, oh well, and then she just goes and says, oh well, I don't want this to happen. And it's like, okay, but Jen, you got to understand that we've been watching this show for 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to figure out what's going on for 8 episodes, and for just to take that away. Maybe I'm missing something, because I remember I didn't read it, but people were talking about it and going over the story. The story of Deadpool kills Deadpool. Deadpool fights Deadpool. I can't remember the name of the comic. And what ends up happening is, at the beginning of the story, Deadpool gets a chainsaw goes through Deadpool's chest, right? The end of that he goes to the story, it's as if he didn't have that. His costume's all fixed and everything. And he goes and finds the Deadpool he's supposed to fight, and the Deadpool that he's supposed to fight is like, there's no continuity with us. You started this journey off with a damaged suit, and now your suit's like as if it didn't happen. And so maybe I'm missing that, like, the show is trying to say, like, Jen is not a consistent character continuity wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like this episode. I think last 2 episodes, episode 8 and 9, definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it didn't just end in a giant fight. You know, it's kind of cool. Kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I don't have much thoughts about this episode.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I thought it was funny. I think, personally, because it was enjoyable, because it was one of the funniest, I kind of overlooked the continuity thing. Or maybe the continuity thing isn't that big of a deal in my mind.
It wasn't that big of a deal to me, because it made sense. Because the things that started happening didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So she just started changing everything. Which I still think it makes sense to the story, because in the first episode, that's kind of what the show was about. The She-Hulk thing kind of ruined her life, but I don't think the show showed that. I don't think it presented that idea correctly. I think it could have presented it a little
She lost her job.
Yeah, that's true. Well, things happened, but I think the way they, like the wedding episode, things like that, they could have showcased something a little differently.
And here's what I'm talking about, the continuity, because like if you ruin the continuity and you say, okay, well, none of these things actually matter, then it's like, okay, then what did I watch episode 1 through 6 for?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? What I watch 1 through 7, 1 through 8. Just throw it all away. I don't know. I guess it wasn't too out of continuity that. It wasn't too out of continuity where it didn't make sense. Because, like, when Hulk showed up and then Titania showed up, I was like, how does Titania know?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah, I was like, did someone call Titania here? Why is she here?
Yeah. I think that was a good way to do it. Because it's like, because I guess you can kind of see, like, how other Marvel movies, it's like, yo, how this, people complain with other Marvel movies, and this big action fight at one location, all the heroes are there. And sometimes people be like, how this person get here so quick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But with this one, it actually just didn't make sense for any of this character to show up.
Yeah.
So I think it was cool how they did that. I think it's almost like they try to ease us into the fourth wall break, but they didn't do it correctly, and I think they should have used it more earlier. It's like you only need episode 1, episode 8, and episode 9. This could have been 6 episodes.
Yeah.
This didn't need 9 episodes.
I just when it comes to continuity, it's like, what did I need to watch episode 4 for? You get what I mean? It's like, okay, the Just Jen episode. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, she got attacked by the Wrecking Crew. Okay, but the Wrecking Crew face no consequences.
Yeah.
They just run away. And when Jen meets the guy, she doesn't be like, okay, well, I'm taking you to court to get arrested for attacking me.
Yeah.
Everyone just says, oh, Jen, you think that the person who attacked you should be prosecuted?
Yeah.
Or pre-retribution? You obviously have internalized pain. But I do think this episode has a lot of positives. Like I said, the comedy. Yeah, the comedy. It has a story, like a beginning, middle, and end. I feel like it's long enough and things happen within it.
The last 2 episodes made up the series a little bit.
Yeah. I guess it's good that they ended on a high note.
Yeah.
Because one thing about the series, I never really complained about the CGI that much.
Yeah.
It wasn't the CGI that really turned me off from this series. It was mostly the content of this series. It wasn't the best for the other episodes, but I feel like these last 2 episodes, I feel like they're ending on a high note.
I was kind of wondering, could we see She-Hulk and Daredevil? That's what it kind of seemed like. That maybe She-Hulk will go to New York.
Yeah.
That's not really how it ended. She's still a lawyer in California, but that'd be cool if we could see another court case with them too. That'd be pretty cool though. Pretty good episode. Definitely one of the best. 8 and 9 are the best. So
yeah, I just don't know how I feel about the breaking continuity. On one hand, I'm like,
the what?
The breaking of continuity.
Ah.
Like at the end when she's just like, change this, change that. Like, is that cool? Do I think that's cool? Or do I think that it's like, nah, I don't really like it. I just don't know how I feel about it. Because on one hand, I'm like, it kind of makes sense. But on the other hand, I'm like, but
I think it works because I don't care enough about the Hawk King. They didn't do that much with the Hawk King. Okay, still someone's blood. Because when the guy took the blood and he injected himself with it, I was thinking, yeah, like you said, well, he said he earned it, but he didn't earn it, he stole it. Yeah. But then also, it was just something about it where it just felt off. It felt too easy. He just grabbed it and stabbed, and he just gets his power up.
Yeah.
It felt too easy. So that's why I didn't have a problem with it. Because it felt like this feels weird. It didn't feel natural.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's cool that they ended the series on a high note. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
My only other thing is, I like how they showed Abomination. Wong come back to get Abomination.
Yeah.
So,
like you said, you're like, okay, he didn't bring him back there because he had to.
Yeah.
For the parole thing, not because he wanted to go back.
Yeah. So with Hulk having a son, you think they're gonna do like World War Hulk?
Maybe. What if that's one of the, like, you know how, like, we've been getting untitled projects and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What if, like, for Marvel, we found out, like, there's, like, 5 other untitled projects? What if that's one of the untitled projects?
Yeah.
Is World War Hulk.
Yeah. Probably is.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, overall, this series is okay. Overall, it's okay. I would... Only really the last 2 episodes are really that great.
Yeah.
But, like, ending on a high note. So,
Yeah.
but if you want to go watch it, only watch, like, the last 2. First episode and then the last 2.
Because what did we say? We said the first episode, at least I don't know what you said, but I said the first episode, the second episode. Did I say the 5th episode? What was the 5th episode?
That was...
Because the 4th episode was Just Jen. The 5th episode was The Retreat. The 6th episode was...
The wedding.
No,
I think we're getting the episodes mixed up.
No, the 4th episode was The Wedding, because that was Just Jen.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
4th episode was long because I don't like that episode.
Yeah. No, the 4th episode was long. That means the 5th episode was...
7 was Retreat. Okay.
7 was Retreat. Oh, yeah. 5th one was Just Jen.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2... And then 8 and 9?
I don't know.
2? Yeah. The first 2 and the last 2. There's one episode in the middle I can't remember. I think it was I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, like that episode. Let us know what you guys think.
Wow.
Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We'll see you next time.
Peace.